Stay safe.
Stay active.
And stay healthy.
I'm Mrs. Barrett from PASS, Physical Activity and Sports Specialist. We hope you're keeping active and healthy at home or at school. This PE lesson is aimed at children in Year 1 and 2, so Key Stage 1, and it is the second striking and fielding lesson of this term. So well done if you're watching this video, because it means you've already done lesson 1 of striking and fielding and you've now moved on to lesson 2. Lesson 2 is going to be based around throwing, which is a key fielding skills in activities like cricket and rounders. And we're going to aim to get better at our throwing skills using underarm throws and overarm throws. So for this lesson, you will need lots of rolled up socks. You will also need some objects that you can use as a centre line and some things that you can use as targets, which might be a wheelie bin, it might be a hoop on the floor, it might be some cuddly toys, for example. So if you'd like to pause the video there and get the objects and equipment that you need, get ready for our warm-up. Okay, hopefully you've got all the equipment you need. For the warm-up, we're going to be playing tidy up. We need a line of objects along the middle to act almost like a net or two sides, and you'll need lots of rolled up socks. You'll also need a partner for the warm-up activity. So I'm using my daughter Xanthi. So we're going to stand facing each other with the line of objects in the middle. So if you want to go and take a side, Xanthi. And what we're going to do in this game is we're going to throw the objects from our side of the line of objects over to the opposite side of the line where our partner's standing. And we can throw in any way we like, so underarm or overarm. And the aim of the game is to try and pick up the equipment as quickly as we can and throw it as quickly as we can. We don't want to hang on to the equipment, we want to get rid of it. Okay, so let's get ready for our warm-up. Okay, Xanthi, so we're going to pick up the equipment and get rid of it. Let's go. Try and think about throwing it into the space where your partner's not. Xanthi, try and pick up one at a time, so I think you'll do a better job at throwing it. Oh, nice overarm throw. Look at where you're throwing before you throw it, so it goes where you want it to go. Remember, keep collecting as fast as you can too. You might use two hands at the same time to pick up your equipment. And remember, you're throwing it where they are not at the people. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop there. Now remember, the winner of this warm-up activity is the one with the least amount of equipment on their side of the line, not the most. So we'll do a quick estimation to see who we think has the least amount of socks on their side. What do you think? You win? Okay, Xanthi thinks she has the least amount, so she would win round 1. You can play as many rounds as you like of this game, and obviously you can change the size of the area that you're working in if that is suitable. So if you want to pause the video here and have another go, please do. Hi, welcome back. Hopefully you've got the equipment that you'll need and you're nicely warmed up, ready for some throwing activities. So for this challenge, you will need something to throw. So we're using a tennis ball, but you could continue to use your rolled up socks, and you will need some targets. We've created 3 targets. First one is with a wheelie bin, where we've used some masking tape to create the idea of cricket stumps. We've also got a slide with a cuddly toy on the top, something visual for them to aim at when they are throwing. And lastly, we have got a hula hoop on the floor. So hopefully you've got some targets similar to ours. Xanthi is going to firstly have a go at doing some underarm throwing with her equipment to see if she can get close to the target or maybe even hit the target. In year 1, our focus is to be able to copy the underarm throw so it looks the same. And in year 2, we're always trying to remember and repeat. So we're doing it more than once, regularly using that same technique and remembering what that technique is. So Xanthi's going to get ready by a cone that I've placed out, which is not too close to her target to make it too easy, but equally not too challenging that she's not going to be successful. Now she's using a tennis ball, so she only needs to hold the equipment in one hand. Obviously, if you're using a larger ball, you may need to use two hands to throw underarm. So she's holding the ball in the hand that she writes with, and she's looking at her target, so looking at the stumps on the wheelie bin. She's also got her left foot forward because she's holding the equipment in her right hand, so her left foot is stepped towards her target. Let's see how she gets on. Excellent. And then she's going to collect the rebound, so collect it when it bounces off, and then have another go. Don't worry if you don't always hit it. Have lots of goes to see if you're more successful each time. So if you throw it too low like Xanthi did, try and let go of it a little bit later so that you really hit that target. Remember, eyes on the target at all times. Let's have another look, Xanthi. Good stuff. So as well as stepping towards the target with the opposite foot, the one you're holding your equipment in, we need to also think about what we're going to do with the hand that we haven't got the ball in. So think about how you're going to use the hand that you haven't got the ball in to help you. So what might you do, Xanthi? Aim. So let's have the opposite hand. So for Xanthi, that's her left hand pointing towards her target. And when she swings her arm through, she's going to attempt to let go at the fingertips of her non-throwing hand. Oh, a little bit wide that time. Okay, once you've had a few goes on your first target, you could then maybe move on to your second target and decide whether you want to move a little bit closer or a little bit further away to make sure it's challenging but not too difficult. So this time, Xanthi, you're going to see if you can knock Toothless the Dragon off of the slide using your underarm throw. Yay! 1 out of 1. You could challenge the children to see how many throws it takes them to hit the target, or give them 3 throws on each target to see how many out of 3 they can be successful at. Remember, it's not so much about speed, it's about making sure we are accurate. So copying that throw so it looks the same every time. And obviously, the smaller the target, the more tricky it is. And the further away from the target you are, the trickier it is also. Right. Oh, we lost the ball. Okay, the final target is a hula hoop placed on the floor. So Xanthi, do you want to have a go at your final activity, which is throwing the ball into the hula hoop? I'm going to come this side this time. Oh, a little bit harder, a little bit more power to see if you can get into your target. Going to have one more go with the hoop on the floor. Excellent. And another activity you can do if you've got a partner is they can hold the hoop out in front of them, and the person throwing underarm can see if they can throw through the middle of the hoop. So would you like to have a go at that one? I'm going to pop the hoop a bit big to make it a bit more challenging, and see if you can throw through the middle. Good. And that's going to really help you with bowling underarm in activities like rounders. So if you'd like to pause the video here and have a go at throwing at some of your targets using your underarm throw. Okay, welcome back. We're now going to have a go at throwing underarm again, but now towards a partner. So you definitely need someone to work with this time. You can continue to use your tennis ball, but tennis balls can sometimes be a little bit tricky because they're quite small. So you might want to use a larger ball, or possibly something softer like a piece of material or those rolled up socks, if that makes it a little bit easier. Start fairly close to your partner, and then you're going to have a go at copying that underarm throw again. Move back a bit, Xanthi, to see if your partner can catch it without a bounce. Okay, so now you're going to get in your ready position, ready to catch, and I'm going to point my fingers towards her nest, which she's got at her chest, and I'm going to see if I can aim my ball, oh, good try, into the nest. So like I say, if tennis ball's a bit tricky, maybe try with something a little bit softer. Good. Slowly, slowly. It's not about speed, Xanthi, it's about accuracy. Okay, and after a few goes, if you're successful enough using the equipment that you've got, you might want to challenge yourselves to move further away to increase that distance. So should we try once more, a little bit further away, Xanthi? See if we can still throw underarm and copy nicely. So remember, the focus is on throwing. Good stuff. Now I'm going to be catching. Whoa, really focus on that target. Take your time. Okay, we're going to try once more, but now with the rolled up socks. So we're going to swap the ball for a pair of rolled up socks. Would you like to choose a pair? And let's see if that's easier or harder. Oh, that was a bit of a wild throw, Zanti. Remember, we're aiming at the chest. So really, eyes on the chest. See if you can throw to the chest. Good stuff. Adult socks are often easier because they're a little bit bigger than children's socks. Okay, so hopefully you did a pretty good job at throwing underarm using a partner. The last type of throw we're going to do is an overarm throw, and we're going to go back to throwing at our targets because it's a bit easier throwing at our targets than at a partner in a small space. So this time, Xanthi's going to have a go at throwing overarm, but she's going to have a go from her knees, okay, so we can really concentrate on just the top of our body, so our arms and our shoulders. So Xanthi, do you want to come down to your knees? Okay, and you're going to hold the equipment in one hand. Come forward a little bit, because we can't see you at the moment. Come forward a little bit. Okay, she's going to hold the equipment in one hand. She's going to point her other hand towards the target like before. And keep your body sideways, Xanthi. Sideways. So put your knees facing me, but have that hand that you're not throwing with pointing towards Toothless. And she's going to have a go at maybe leaning back a little bit to get some power into it, and then letting go at the fingertips of her hand that she's not throwing with, which should be, if we're pretty good at angles, 45 degrees. Let's swap for the socks for this one. So really concentrate, eyes on the target, and throw. Oh, good try. It went a little bit wide. So run and collect it. Have another go. See if you're successful. So remember, start on knees, sideways on, so you can really focus on just the arms and the upper body rather than the legs. So knees are sideways. Oh, good try. Went a little bit wide on the other side this time. So really, really let go when your equipment gets to your fingertips, which should be pointing at your target. Let's have one more attempt, Xanthi, from there. Maybe you might need to go a little bit closer, do you think? Okay, so eyes on the target. And throw. Yay! Awesome. Hopefully you've been successful at some of your overarm throws as well. And obviously you can have a go at various targets using your overarm throw, like we did with the underarm throw. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, if you're making sure you always hit your target, you can also then have a go at standing up sideways on and throwing overarm. Exactly the same as before when we're on our knees, but standing on our feet to see if we can be successful. Okay, right, we're going to finish with a cool down now because we've been working really hard, especially on our upper body. And we're going to have a go at doing head, shoulders, knees, ball. Are you ready, Xanthi? So for this game, for our cool down, we're going to put the ball down on the floor between us. Okay, and I'm going to say a part of the body, which could be head, shoulders, knees, and at some point I might say ball. And we've both got to try and go for the ball at the same time and beat our partner to it. Are you ready? Head, knees, toes, head. Make sure they come up right in between and put two hands on each body part. Shoulders, ball. Oh, right, let's have one more go. Knees, head, knees, head, shoulders, ball. Okay, that's a really good game, working on their reaction time, which is really important for fielding as well. And you can add in extra body parts. And if you're playing against an adult, make the adult start a little bit further away from you, or an older brother and sister. So making sure that you are sometimes getting to the ball before them as well. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed lesson 2 of striking and fielding, focusing on throwing. And remember to tune in to our other lesson this week, which is going to be a tennis lesson. And remember, stay safe, stay active, stay healthy.